Jai Hind students, welcome to physics class of grade 10. We have discussed the concept of reflection. On the basis of reflection, we discussed the mirror and various applications and various problems based on the mirrors. Today we will do a different concept. That concept is of refraction. Before explaining you the refraction, let me discuss a situation. Suppose you are in a car and moving with the speed of 60 km per hour, and all of a sudden you find there is a sand on the road which is uniformly spread, and you don't have the time to apply the brake. So what will happen? First point, you will note it down, that there will be decrease in the speed of the car, and second problem will be the controlling the car. You will find that there is also change in the direction of the car. Why there is change in the speed and the direction of the car? Earlier the car was moving on a road. Now the car is, let us say, is moving on a road with sand. If there is a change in medium, this has happened to the car. Car has changed its direction of motion and also changed its speed. Similar is the concept of the light. When light changes its medium, there will be change in the speed of the light, and there will be also change in the direction of propagation of light. Propagation means travel. So what the refraction is? So note down its definition. Refraction is the phenomenon of change in the path of the light when it moves from one medium to other. So how we can define reflection? Reflection is defined as the phenomenon of change in the path of the light as light enters from one medium to other. I am repeating again. Reflection, I'm repeating again, the phenomenon of change of path of light when light enters from one medium to other medium. Let us say here we are having air, and after this is water. Now this represents the boundary between air and water, and in optics it is called the interface. So it is the interface of air water medium. Now let us say, now students, let's say this is the ray of light. This ray of light is falling on this interface. So this ray of light is called the incident ray. What this ray of light is called? Incident ray. Now it is falling at point. So what happens here? I am drawing a 90-degree angle. This 90-degree angle is called normal. This 90-degree angle is called normal, and here this is angle of incidence, angle between normal and incident ray. Now what I told you, when it is changing its medium, what will happen? If there were air, light might have traveled along the same path. There is no change in the direction of light. But since it has changed its medium, so what will happen? you will find that light has also changed its direction of propagation. And this ray is called refracted ray. We are discussing topping refraction. So this ray is refracted ray, and this angle is called the angle of refraction. Now students, in the 9th grade also, during your NTSC class, I discussed trigonometric ratios. And theta I also discussed. What was the sine theta? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. And I also told that sine 0, 0 sine 30 degree, half sine 60 degree, root 3 by 2, and sine 45 degree, 1 over root 2, and sine 90, it equals to 0 or 1, it's 1. Sine 90 is 1. So these I have discussed with you in grade 9, right? Now let us discuss the laws of refraction. What are the laws of refraction? The first law is similar to law of reflection. Incident ray, normal and refracted ray at the point of incidence all lie in same plane. So what can I say? Normal, let's start with this incident ray, normal and refracted ray at the point of incidence lie in same plane. And what is the second law? Ratio of sine of angle of incidence, that I explained you right now. That is the ratio of sine of incidence to sine of angle of refraction is constant, and this constant is called refractive index. And I am repeating again, the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to sine of angle of refraction is constant, and this constant is called refractive index. And this law is also given the name of Snell's law, because he discovered this law. So this law is also given the name of the Snell's law. So I am repeating again the two laws. Incident ray, normal and refracted ray lie in the same plane at the point of incidence. Second is the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to sine of angle of refraction is constant, and this constant is called refractive index, and this law is also called the Snell's law. Now let's do very important points about the refraction. So what are those points? I explained you in the beginning. Can you tell me what is the cause of refraction? Cause of refraction is change in the speed of light. Is the change in the speed of light. When light enters from one medium to other medium, or simply you can say that what is the cause of refraction? Change in the speed of light is the cause of refraction. Speed of light is different in different media. Second point is, listen, during refraction, what changes? During refraction, speed of light changes and wavelength of light also changes. Speed changes and wavelength of light also change, and frequency remains same. Question comes, name the physical quantity which does not change in refraction, or name the physical quantity which does not change when light enters from air to water or water to air. What you will say? Frequency will remain the same, whereas speed and wavelength, they will change. Right? So these are the important points about the refraction of light. Now after doing these points, refractive index, in Snell's law we discussed this constant. This constant is called the refractive index. Now listen students, if I say that light travels in vacuum and it enters into Earth's atmosphere, what happens? Atmosphere is consists of air, and in vacuum there is no medium. So we will say that the speed of light decreases, or we can say that light slows down. Now, when a light changes its medium, up to what extent the light slows down? So that is measured by the term refractive index. Let us say light, when it enters from vacuum to water, up to what extent it slows down? It will be governed by the refractive index of water. And from water, if it enters into diamond, then up to what extent it slows down? It will be governed by the refractive index. Now my question is, what the refractive index? How we will explain the refractive index? As I also discussed, that suppose that you are having your vehicle, it is moving on a very good highway, all of a sudden there is a sand which is uniformly spread on a part of the road. What will happen? Our car slows down, and there is also change in the direction of motion of the car also. Up to what extent the car slows down, that will be governed by the refractive index. So, and refractive index, it measures the bending ability of the medium also. Up to what extent the ray can bend. So, let's define the term refractive index. Now, refractive index of a medium is represented by a letter mu. This is u here. Increase its height, it will be pronounced as the mu. Now, refractive index of a medium is defined as ratio of speed of of light in vacuum to the speed of light in medium. This ratio is called the refractive index. Now, there are a few points that you have to keep in your mind. Now, this refractive index is not a scalar quantity. As far as this refractive index is not having a direction, so it is a scalar quantity as far as grade 10 is concerned. So you can say refractive index is a scalar quantity. Why? It has no direction. Second is, it is a unitless quantity. Why? Because here meter per second, here meter per second, they will cancel each other. So refractive index is a unitless quantity. Third point is speed of light in vacuum. I will represent it by C. All of you know its value is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. You have to remember its value 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. And if you want to remember it forever, you can say speed of light in vacuum is 3 lakh kilometer per second. 3 lakh kilometer per second. Alright? And if I say speed of light in a medium, let us say glass. If I talk about glass, it is 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. What will be refractive index of the glass? In vacuum, speed is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. In glass, it is 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. What is happening? You will find that 10 to the power 8 cancel, meter per second also cancel. So how much I got? 3.2, that is 1.5. So it is a unitless quantity. So third point, it indicates that refractive index is a unitless quantity. Now, let's move to the fourth point. What is the fourth point? Fourth point is more is the refractive index, lesser will be the speed of light. If I say refractive index of a medium is more, you will say that speed of light in that medium is less. Why? Mu equals to C upon V. Alright? Fifth point is refractive index also depends on wavelength of light. How it depends? More is the wavelength of light, lesser is the refractive index. More is wavelength of light, lesser is the refractive index. I have told you that red color is having more wavelength than violet color or blue color. Then what will happen? If a light is in a medium, let us say light is traveling in the glass, in that case what will happen? For red light, refractive index will be less, and blue light has more refractive index in comparison to that of red light. So refractive index also depends on wavelength. More is the refractive index, lesser will be wavelength, or lesser is the wavelength, more will be refractive index. Alright? Now, sixth point is comparison of refractive indices of two media. Let us say I am having two media A and B, or medium 1 or 2. Let us say this is medium 1 and this is medium 2. Let us say a ray of light, what is here? is entering from medium 1 to 2. Medium 1, let us say it is water, and medium 2 is glass. Glass is having more refractive index, water is having less refractive index. So what happens in this case? You will find that this happens. It is given to you, ray of light is entering from water to glass, right? Let us say this angle is I and this angle is R. Now here I am comparing the refractive indices. Let us say refractive index of water is mu1 and refractive index of glass is mu2. Here I am writing refractive, important point, index of water, water with respect to glass, of water with respect to glass, it can be mu water with respect to glass, refractive index of water with respect to glass, or you can say refractive index of light when it enters from glass to water. It will be refractive index of water divided by refractive index of glass. To compare, I have to divide. If I want to compare two physical quantities, then I have division is the option. So this is called the refractive index of glass with respect to water. And what is the formula for the refractive index? Speed of light in vacuum divided by speed of light in water. Speed of light in vacuum divided by speed of light in glass. C get cancelled, so what I got? Speed of light in glass divided by speed of light in water. So keep this in your mind. Alright? Now if I say in the same point, refractive index of glass with respect to water, how much is this? Here with respect to glass, it is refractive index of glass divided by refractive index of water. What will be? C divided by speed of light in glass, C divided by speed of light in water. C get cancelled, so I get speed of light in water divided by speed of light in glass. Right? Now, if I say water is medium 1 and glass is medium 2, if I say refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2, refractive index of medium 1 divided by refractive index of medium 2, and here V2 divided by V1. What is V2? Speed of light in medium 2. What is V1? Speed of light in medium 1. And similarly, speed of light, refractive index of medium 2 with respect to 1, it will be mu 2 upon mu 1. It is V1 upon V2 that I explained you. So these are the points you have to keep in your mind. Alright? So now there is a concept of denser medium and rarer medium. What is denser medium and what is rarer medium? 7th point is, okay, before that let me discuss a physical quantity, optical density. Optical density is a physical quantity which depends on the refractive index. More is the optical density, lesser is the speed of light. So, optical density, if it is more, then what it will, then refractive index will be more. If optical density is less, refractive index will be less. And if refractive index is more, speed of light will be less, and here speed of light will be more. Arrows downward means decrease and arrows upward means increase. 8th point is classification of media on the basis of refractive index, optical density and speed of light in the medium. So let's do this classification of media on the basis of refractive index, optical density and speed of light. Now I am asking a simple question. All of you have heard about the density, mass upon volume. This density is also called the mass density, but this optical density and mass density are the different concepts. They are not similar. If I say that optical density of water is less than that of a turpentine oil, if you mix water and turpentine oil, what will happen? Turpentine oil will be on the surface of water. It is lighter than the water, but you will say that water is heavier and turpentine oil is lighter. But as far as optical density is concerned, optical density of turpentine oil is more and optical density of water is less. Now classification of media on the basis of refractive index, optical density and the speed of light. Now listen, they can be classified into two categories. One is rarer medium. What is the rarer medium? A medium is rarer in which speed of light is less, or refractive index, I have said opposite of that. A medium is rarer in which speed of light is more, refractive index is less, and hence optical density is also less. So that medium is the rarer medium. And what about the denser medium? It's opposite. A medium is denser if speed of light in this is less and its refractive index is more and its optical density is more. So I am giving an example of this. For example, I am taking the case of water and glass. Which one is denser? Glass is denser and water is rarer. In glass, speed of light is 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second and its refractive index is 1.5 and it is 1.33. If you calculate the speed of light in water divided by its refractive index, it is 4 by 3, 9, yes, it will be 2.25 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So, which one is rarer? Water is rarer because speed of light is more. Refractive index is less. Glass is denser because speed of light is more and its refractive index is more, speed of light is less. Now, if I take the case of diamond and glass, refractive index of glass is 1.5 and of diamond is 2.42. What will happen? Refractive index of diamond is less, so it is rarer than diamond. Glass is rarer than diamond, whereas diamond is denser than the glass. So this means about the rarer, medium and denser medium. Now, learn these concepts, understand these concepts. On the basis of these concepts, we will discuss a lots of problem in next lecture. Thank you. Have a nice day.